Hey, what's up guys, this is my second account and I'm gonna be crafting. So I'm gonna be making 10 weapons, 10 helms, 10 chests and 20 boots. Let's start with the 7, get a nat 5 real quick. I'm gonna be crafting golem sets. Let's begin. I have quite a bit of materials. I got the gold. I don't really farm wyvern. Golem, I farm it. You can see with the materials. So let's start here. 10 weapons. Yeah, I see those a lot. Could be used, but I'm too maybe in the early game. Nope. Oh baby, look at that, look at that. Max speed is 4. It can roll initially. Effect resistance 8, crit damage 7, and attack 8%. So that rolled with 3 offensive stats on an attack set. Very cool, very cool. Let's craft a few more. Another epic. I mean, I'll start rolling it. Effectiveness, that's the lowest. It's 4 to 8%. Unfortunate that there was flat health. Still, I'll check what happens with it. Let's just quickly see here. So that's 5 so far. Let's make 5 more. Nope. It really depends how far you are in terms of progression. You can always gamble in the earlier enhancement levels. Need more defensive stats on a health set. Like I want health, health percentage, defense percentage, effect resistance, effectiveness, speed. I don't want crit chance, but it really depends on how it rolls, and it depends on which character you want to use that item on. There's 9 per row, so we'll just need 1 more. Like even that, you can start rolling it and see if you keep on rolling into speed. That could be a quick 10 speed weapon. I usually don't do it at this stage of the game now, with how far I am with the progression. If it was 4 speed, it's way more tempting with another substat that is useful. Let's move on to chess now. Let's just check here real quick. Alright. Here we go. Nope. I mean, you can, early on, if you have something like this, if it rolls into health, you can wear that. You can leave it at +6. You don't have to bring it to +15. That's not bad. But the crit chance, the health could have been 8%. The crit chance could have been 4%. Is it 5% the maximum on the initial roll? Ooh, that is good. The rolls are decent. The rolls are decent on a health set. It's fine, like I can put that on a bruiser. It really depends on how it rolls. If it just keeps on rolling into defense and effectiveness, I mean that goes most likely going on a support, but still it can be used on a bruiser. Let's go, let's go. I could try to see how much speed I can get, but it's no big deal. you know, at +3 you will know. This, when you have an item like this, like I said, I mean, if it rolls into speed and defense and doesn't roll into the other ones, that's really good. Maybe it keeps on rolling into speed. You could keep on enhancing it. +3, +6, +9, +12, +15. Like if it keeps going where you want it to go, and you're getting some high rolls, or even just landing where you want it to land, that might keep you going with the enhancement. It really depends on what kind of gear you have currently on your account and what you really need. But it's unfortunate there's flat health there. Still, definitely worth enhancing and see what happens with the item. Definitely. Oh, those rolls though. God. Those rolls are low. Those rolls are low. I mean, I could roll this and get like 4% health, 4% health, like 2% crit chance, like 3% crit damage. It could, like, it's not a good start, but crit chance, crit damage is already there on an attack set. That's pretty huge by itself. Health, you always need some health to survive whatever content you're facing, unless you need pure damage on arena or guild war offense, and you're not gonna be taking damage back, because it's basically you take them out or they take you out. Really depends on like what character you're gonna wear this item. But you can start rolling it, and it could keep on getting. You could keep on getting like 4% crit chance, 4% crit chance, and then yeah, it's you'll just keep on enhancing it to see where it goes. Oh, that is unfortunate. Attack set with flat health, okay, we don't care about that. But now the issue is that we've got effect resistance and health percentage on an attack set item with crit damage. So you've got 3 survival substats, 1 which is terrible, and you've got 1 offensive substat that didn't roll so great. It is definitely unfortunate, but you know, it's always a gamble. You could roll this thing and it could keep on rolling into that health percentage and crit damage. So it's epic. It's item level 85. If it just keeps on rolling into like I said, it doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't roll into flat health. But if you're further in term of progression, you might just bring it to +3 and just get rid of it, or just straight up sell it. It really depends how far you are in progression. So now we still need 3. Nope. I got a lot of epic crafts. Attack set with health defense. Like if it was a health or defense set and you roll it and you keep on getting health or defense percentage and it doesn't roll in that flat health, you can keep on enhancing it. The thing is, it would need to be on health or defense set, or whatever set, not an offensive set, I would say. But if you're early game and you get something like this, if you start getting some high rolls of 8 health, 8% defense every time you roll it, or even if it's like better than average, that can definitely be an item that you could use for a while. That's the last one. My god, epic again. That attack set with 3 survival stats and 1 is flat health. Man, that flat health though. That flat health, because yeah, on a chest you cannot get attack percentage, and you cannot get flat attack. So that's it for those. Look at that, man. That's crazy. What are the rates? 12% epic. I'm definitely getting better than 12% right now. So we got chess. Now let's go with Helms. No. But like I said, it really depends how far you are in terms of progression. Maybe you're doing whatever hunt stage 10, right? Say you early game, you're doing stage 10, your success rate is not amazing. You're getting some materials to craft these. Like these materials are dropping. You could, well, first you should max out your building. 3-3-3. I mean, at the very least, you should have the middle one maxed out. But still, I would say that, well, the reduce resource required for crafting. You don't need that thing maxed out, but you need to reduce the gold cost because it piles up. Like it's a lot of gold. The resources, I get, yeah, it really depends. Like in my current situation on my first account, I'm like 5-digit of materials. I'm not planning to use all of them. Like I feel like that's like a last resort. If you don't have stuff to enhance while you're doing adventure, whatever, you need something to enhance in every slot, beside of course neck and ring. So that's where crafting comes in. We got 2 so far. Let's keep on going. Health, speed, effectiveness. Already 3 speed, that's good. Crit chance of 3, why not? This is definitely worth enhancing and see what happens. Effectiveness, like I would have preferred health or defense percentage, because effectiveness, it's not every support that actually requires effectiveness, but if you need it, that's kind of item you would wear. Now it's really unfortunate that I keep on getting something like an offensive stat on a health or a defense set, especially crit damage. I would much rather get crit chance substat, because you can, if you get a bunch of crit chance, maybe I mean, you use a necklace with crit damage. If you keep on getting crit chance, you can. It really depends. Maybe, I don't know, you want to run it with a lifesteal set from the Abyss, and yeah, the lifesteal set necklace from the Abyss is attack percentage. So at least you're getting your crit chance from your gear. Maybe you want to mix and match your sets. Maybe you want to go with 2 crit set and a health set of 2 piece, whatever. So you're getting more crit chance from your crit sets. Yeah, I much prefer crit chance, because it's not easy. Early game, even mid game, it's hard to obtain 85% crit chance to 100% crit chance just from your substat. Like that's so much. That's so much. This is terrible. Let's keep on going. Crit attack health on a defense set. The rolls are low. The rolls are poor. And it's on a defense set, but you got 2 substats that are for offense. Health is always welcome. That's not something I would enhance for where I'm at in the game. I would not even bring it to +3. But it's a case by case scenario. Wait, that's no, it's not it. Still need 3 crafts. Ooh, nope. If it's a rare, it needs to be 2 substats that are percentage, or you have speed, and I mean, hopefully they match, or like they match with the whichever set it's part of. Now this is cool. This is a health set. This is really cool. 4 speed to start off. That's perfect. Now you got perfect defense of 8, and you've got effect resistance of 7, which is 1 from perfect. The flat attack is unfortunate, but still, that is a lot of chances to get more speed or roll into that defense or effect resistance. I mean, you have 5 chances, plus 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. That is a lot of chances, and you could potentially, if you start off with an item like this, you could be lucky and you keep rolling forward speed. That is, the chance is ultra low, but it could keep on rolling into speed, defense, effect resistance, and keep on rolling high values. And this would be an item that you would wear like into end game, and you'd be really proud of. So one more, and especially if it dodges the flat roll. Another epic, but that one is unfortunate. You know, early game to even mid game, this is max crit damage and max attack roll. So maybe you roll it, and yeah, you don't need to bring that thing to plus 15, guys. You could just bring it like mid game. You could only bring it to 9, probably 12 if you get lucky. But the odds are, yeah, it's a 50% here, 50-50, if it's gonna roll into those two flat. But because the values are high, you give it a shot. You give it a shot. I will give it a shot. Just I don't know, just gamble a bit. But that's not a top priority. If you have multiple helms, let's say, or multiple of whichever part, you just it's on the lower, like it's lower on the list of priorities. Like if you have something really solid, you work on that first. Okay, so that's it for helms. So 2 epics. This is 1, 2. It's a bit harder to differentiate, but it's 2 epic on that. 2, 2, and that was 3. Wait, that was 4. That was insane. The chests were insane. Now for the boots, item level 44. Now here, if I can get some 8 speed, that's huge. It's not, of course, it's not Wyvern speed set 8 speed, but still, this account I'm going more with more tanky setups, more survival, especially for arena and guild war defense. So let's see what I can get. But of course, like, as long as it's not flat besides speed, it's good. Of course, it needs to be heroic or epic, or at least 2 good substats with potentially high rolls. So let's go here. But it's rough. The boots are rough because you could get amazing substats with terrible main stat. Just a main stat that you just can't use. And if you do use it, I mean, like, it's things like this. Like, speed on boots on the substat is not a big deal, because if you really want speed, you're getting that on the main stat. But you could get health or defense percentage main stat and keep on rolling speed, and you could have like 15-20 speed on your boots if you get like ultra lucky, and still have like 60% health, 60% defense. Didn't really comment on those the previous boots though. Let me go back to them. Like, this is like straight up garbage. Attack set with health main stat. So it's not attack main stat, it's not speed main stat, but it can be used. It can be used if the substats are the right ones. You could use this on a bruiser, on an attack set. Like, it could be attack set and a 2-piece of whichever set, or it could even be broken set if you have some really solid substats. It really depends, but the substats, they're not worth it on this one. And it's heroic. Like, if it was epic and there was a subset I don't like, but now there's a 4th one, we don't know what it's gonna be. It's already, yeah. So let's keep on going. I'm just gonna craft a bunch and then check how many are left, because I'm going for 20 boots. Rip. It's a much bigger gamble on boots. I'm not quite sure if it's exactly like 50% chance of a substat that is unusable. It might be like above 50% that is usable, like percentage and speed. There's like, yeah, something like that. This is not usable. And when you craft boots, you know real quick. Okay, now that is good. It's 8 speed. That's 40 guaranteed at plus 15. We got a defense set with effect resistance and effectiveness, which both can be used with the speed on a support. The crit damage, of course, is unfortunate, but maybe the fourth stat is like crit chance. Maybe it's attack percentage. Then it can go on. I mean, of course, it's not the best because it's effect resistance, effectiveness. If one of these two would have been like health percentage or defense percentage, that would be better on a bruiser. But yeah, I'll just roll and see what happens. It's not top priority though. Just hold on to them. Oh, yep. That's what happens, guys. Okay, so 5 crit chance is the max roll on the substats. I was thinking that it was. It's just maybe it was item level 87 plus. Actually, 87 plus can roll. Well, I believe it might. Oh yeah, 87 plus can roll 5 crit chance, but you can only roll 4 crit chance on your substats. Yeah, that's a rip right there. You've gotta be prepared for disappointment when you're going for boots, guys. That's just the way it is. So doing 50 crafts like I'm doing, that is with the gold in improved building with extend workshop, when that thing is 3 out of 3, and the other one, blacksmith's dormitory, that's maxed out. You're gonna need 3.5 million gold and 2,100 materials. And of course the middle one, you need to max that out. But if you don't have enough and you really want to craft, at least have the reduced gold cost and the middle one maxed out. The blacksmith's dormitory is not that big of a deal. And what does it look like here? Looks like there's still a few left to do. Let's go. Oh my god. It would have been even worse if there wasn't flat health and something usable there, percentage or speed. But yeah, just ripping left and right. You see that? Another epic. God, that is sad. Oh my god. That is some offense right there. That's pretty beautiful. Like, it's a health set, but whatever. Look at that. The main stat matching the substats, and they all match up. That's so good. Now, I know that I can bring this thing to +9, and it's gonna be enhancing that crit chance, crit damage, and speed. And then I'll see whatever I get at my fort. Even if it's garbage, it's fine. I'm going mostly for that 60% attack main stat. You just multiply the main stat by 5 when there's no enhancement on it, and that will give you the value at +15. Now, yeah, +12 could be good, could be garbage, doesn't matter. 25% chance to land on it at +15, 75% chance to land on the other stuff. So that is definitely solid. That is definitely a solid pair of boots. And I'm probably close now. Let's do one and check. It really depends. Early game, you might go for, because it's high item level and well, especially speed. Item level 85 with 8 speed, you know, no matter what, it's gonna be 40 at +15. And sometimes you don't care too much about the substats. You're just going for that pure speed, and speed in most cases it just gives you the best damage during a battle on your damage dealers, and it gives you well, it's really helpful. It's really helpful across your whole team. So yeah. Now, how many do I have left? So that's 18. Two more. I feel like that was really good. That was really good. Okay. I mean, the main stat and the set match, but yeah, crit chance and two useless flat stats. This you could use in the very early game, but let's say you're using this for Golem. Remember that the Golem will land defense down on you, and it will reduce your defense by 70%. So safer route is to go with health percentage on your boots, and if you run speed on your boots, you will just attack the boss more often and he will counter more often. So you could go with your supports with speed because they are sustaining your team, removing debuffs and all that good stuff. And your damage dealers, you could go with attack percentage, or I mean, you could even go with health percentage on their boots. If they are dying, they need more survival, and that's what I need to actually do for my haste. My haste needs some survival. It's like Akatis and Ken that are like left alone in multiple fights at the end, and they're taking out the Golem, but my haste is getting ripped in half. My soul, well, he's only a 5-star, but when he's a 6-star, it's gonna be better. But still, these things are things you should think about. Alright, and there was one last one. Now I'll just go over what I crafted, and yeah, rip. Okay. So I feel like this was good, like I said. Now let's go back to the weapons. So 2 epics here. I'm just gonna lock the epic ones. That was very good. That is really solid. Really good. Even the effect resistance, like you can use that a bit in PvE, mostly in PvP. And the substats, they actually rolled quite high. So I'm just gonna go over the epics. Now that one, I'm not gonna bother locking it. I could gamble it to +3, see what happens, because they rolled high on this. I mean, it was max on crit damage and max on attack, so I could try it, but it's definitely a gamble, and it's on low priority. This could go very high onto the speed. Survival substats with survival set of health, very good. Yeah, okay. Chest. Now there was a lot of epics here. That is mostly survival substats on an offensive set. Still, I'll just lock it for now. Defensive set with well, speed is it's a bit of both, but still gonna gamble on that, see where it lands. If you bring it to +6 and you're like, let's say this, you bring it to +3, it rolls into crit damage. You bring it to +6, it rolls into health, flat, or crit damage. Like, forget about it. It's already on a defense set, so you're banking on rolls that will land on defense percentage or speed in that particular case, or at least in the crit damage. If it rolls into crit damage, like at +3, you want it to land into, well, not flat health at +6. It needs to redeem itself and roll into like defense percentage or speed, or like a high roll of crit damage. This was solid. This is all usable. It's offensive and defensive. Mostly offensive, because on a damage dealer you can use the crit chance, crit damage, and effectiveness, but you need some survival too, and it's health set, it's fine too. You need some survival, and yeah, it's definitely worth enhancing. Like, when you enhance something like this, it's pretty much it's a win. It's always a win, even though it rolls low. It depends how far you are in terms of progression, but you're not like wasting your time enhancing something like this. Of course, it's not like maximum. Of course, the effectiveness is low though. if this was on my main account, I don't know, that I would have to roll it just a bit, see if it rolls high values into crit damage or roll into high defense. It really depends, but on this account I'll give it a shot for sure. Now the boots, oh god, oh god, look at these boots though. How many were flat? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 14 out of the 20 were flat stats and not counting speed. That is super sad. God, look at that. Oh my god. Anyways, let me just lock this one. And there was also, where is it? Near the end. Yeah, that one. Okay. So that's it for this one, guys. Good luck with your crafting. I hope this was insightful. You learned something for how you should proceed with enhancing, selling an item, or well, just like from if you listen to what I've been saying while crafting, because I could go over the gear once again, but I'll make a video dedicated to how you should handle the gear you get and how you should proceed with enhancing it. And yeah, this is gonna be part of my gold guide too. It's something that is very important to do properly, because if you don't do it properly and you start enhancing things that are just like, you're gambling too much, your gold's going down like hard. So yeah, check out for that when I release that. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Press the bell icon if you'd like to be notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. Playlists of all sorts: Arena, Guild Wars, guides, tips and how-tos, and Abyss Floor 62+. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Peace out for now.